Do you guys want to see Michael Knowles cooking something most fierce? By something most fierce, I mean comedy the likes of which you've never seen before. I hope you're sitting down for this one so that your legs don't give out from under you as they, you know, they give way from the heaving laughter that you're about to be racked with. This probably isn't copyright music. But I'm gonna mute it anyway because I don't want to risk it. Get it? Get it? See? It 100% is? Okay, well then it's a good thing I muted it. All right, see? And then he comes in, he's got a very poor-fitting suit. Tiny little skinny fit suit made for a baby. And there he is.
Thankful for.
Me.
So, what's everybody thankful for?
Looking like a little psycho. And then, okay, see, I recognize the music is copyright now. Get it, see? It's Thanksgiving dinner and your conservative uncle shows up and he's triggering the libs. You get it?
Let's have a nice dinner.
Can you pass them out?
You get it? Yeah, you get it. See, the joke is that your conservative uncle is going to come by and be insufferable during Thanksgiving dinner. I thought it was a bit. Do you seriously not recognize Eminem? How many songs does Eminem have? Am I supposed to know? There's got to be like 100 or more. Am I supposed to know all of them? That's his most popular song. No, it's not. It's not the Mom Spaghetti song. That's the song from Eminem. No, the song from Eminem is the Mom Spaghetti song. You can't fool me. That song is like top 3. I have to know the top 3 songs from one of the most famous artists ever? Ridiculous. The demands you people make of me. Look, let's talk Thanksgiving, folks, because this will be the segment that gets released on Thanksgiving on the channel. You think I'm streaming on Thanksgiving? No. I'm actually ruining like 6 months of dieting progress. Thank you, as you should be as well. If you're dieting during Thanksgiving, you're missing the point, okay? Trust me, it's not worth it. Enjoy the turkey or stuffing or whatever else, okay? Otherwise, you're just going to burn yourself out, all right? Are you alive or are you dead? Look, I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be... I don't have to worry about this. But I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be dealing with insufferable family members for Thanksgiving. Okay, hypers if you're going to deal with insufferable family for Thanksgiving. All right, some people, a lot of people, I imagine. Look, I'm sure that you're going to deal with, some of you are going to, I cut out all my insufferable family. Probably going to be more of that moving forward, to be honest with you. I mean, that might be like the driving, strategy. I think people should. Yeah, it's, people say don't let politics get in the way of your relationships. I think respectfully, the people saying that are stupid. What are you talking about? Don't let the deeply held moral beliefs and behaviors of the people that you know get in the way of you liking them. That's like the reason you like or don't like someone. What are you talking about? You think I like someone for their smell? Maybe if they smell really nice, that might be a factor. But if they're, completely insufferable, then that probably is also a viable factor. Politics, their, political viewpoints, they don't exist in a vacuum. You all know that. If you are going to be subjected to an insufferable family or family member, leaving aside any of the broader talk of like, should you cut them out or whatever, which in a lot of cases I think is worthwhile, at least if you're able to support yourself, like you're not literally living in their house and have no independent income. But leaving all that aside, and just talking about like how to deal with them, don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. For a lot of Trump supporters, the only thing they really believe or the only way they express their belief is through vindictiveness, That's why they're so obsessed with owning the libs. Like, for the most part, it genuinely seems like the only reason a lot of Trump supporters are excited about him winning is because it'll make a bunch of people upset, which is, let's be clear, an extremely weird reason to support a president. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with making people's lives better. It's crazy. But don't take the bait. They want conflict. You know what? If you've got a line, here's a line. I'm giving you this one for free. They try to bait you on politics and you're like, I'm just glad we can afford to have a Thanksgiving dinner this year. Before the Trump tariffs kick in, it's going to cost twice as much next year. And then just leave it at that. I don't know. There's one for free. I don't know. Think of more. You really don't want to be the one like openly antagonizing, like, prompting the conversation, because for them, look, my family, at least my immediate family, they're good to me. They're fine people. They got fine politics. I don't have to deal with this myself personally, but I know enough people. I get the gist. For a lot of these sad older men, these like miserable, often divorced, like just wretched older guys, stinky in vibe and in person, for a lot of them, they are just looking forward to antagonizing people in a bunch of social settings, but particularly like for Thanksgiving with the family. And you don't want to feed, you don't want to feed the troll. You don't. Now, if you're dealing with conservative Zoomers, I really think that a slightly conciliatory attitude might be preferable, because no matter what they say about you, or no matter what they say or gloat about or whatever the f else, you can usually just hit them with the, I hope he, I hope you get what you voted for. I hope he does what you said he did. I would love it if prices go down. I don't think they're going to go down. I would love it if this country gets made great. We'll see, that kind of thing. Basically, don't feed into the antagonism. The we'll see. Trump voters really don't like it when you say that, by the way, when you say like, well, I hope he does what he says he'll do. Like, because they understand in their animal brains, they understand that implicit in that message is, I think he's full of shit and so are you. But they can't really contest it because openly it's like it's a statement that affirms their beliefs, right? Like it's a little smug, for sure, right? But like, what are you going to do? I'm not asking you to go out there and start fights. I don't think there's any value to doing this, Now, look, if you're a like big dick alpha, I'll be honest with you guys, okay? I don't want to be mean. I'll be honest with you guys, okay? I think a lot of you are pathetic. It's a consequence of being a live streamer that when I see you guys, you're in chat and like you're only communicating with sentences that are just like sentence fragments or like 5 to 10 words or whatever. So my perspective of you guys is heavily biased by the fact that I, by nature of the platform, talk down to you. So when I imagine you guys dealing with your families, it's like you guys are small little beans. Now, if you guys are aggro, like charismatic, talkative, socially competent people, and you want to, run a few laps around your dipshit conservative family members, then you can argue all you want. You know what I mean? Like you could, if you have the ability and will and interest, but you know what? Don't kid yourself into thinking that you're making a difference, okay? Because you're not. Do it for fun if you want, but you're not making a difference. You're not changing minds that way. I've said it a million times before. The best way to change a person's mind when they're close to you, like a family member or a friend, is to indicate disagreement with a belief that they have, but not press the issue. If they care about you, they'll want to press the issue. Obviously, right? Like if you have a friend and they're like, I don't like that thing, and kind of like leave it at that, you might be like, wait, what do you mean? Why don't you like it? What do you mean? What do you mean? That kind of thing, right? They come to you and you can be like, oh, well, I don't want to make an issue out of it. I just think like X or I just think Y, You support Trump and, you're free to vote for whoever you want, but I feel like his policies will be ruinous and there's a lot of really bad reasons to vote for him and I just don't like that, And you don't have to argue like aggressively the point. You can just say what you believe, leave it at that. If they come to you and they say, well, no, I want to talk about this, then you're in a better position to convince them because they're indicating from the get-go that they care about your opinion of them, right? If you're just pressing them, if you're just going up to them and saying, hey, I don't like that you do this, then they will naturally get defensive. But they can't get defensive if they're coming to you, trying to prompt you for more information. They can still get defensive, but it's a lot harder for them to get defensive. This is just basic, like, behavioral stuff, It's not like specific advice. You have to know what animates your friends and family if you want to change their minds. What are the underlying issues? For a lot of people who voted for Trump, I promise you, I know that for a lot of people it's racism. For a lot of people who voted for Trump, it's not racism. It's this like dissatisfaction with the status quo, resentment of Washington, a belief that a maverick like Donald Trump is going to change things. I'm not saying there aren't racists and sexists out there. Okay. I'm just saying that for people, there's like a wide variety of reasons that you might make a really stupid decision. So you have to know what it's about, because if you have a family member who voted for Trump because they got hit really hard by COVID and they think like the status quo needs to be broken up or something, accusing them of being racist for voting to Trump is only going to make them like 78 times more defensive. Like it's over at that point. If in their heart of hearts they don't think it was a race issue and you accuse them of like being racist, then you will never reach them. Like it's over because you've already indicated to them that your perception of them isn't reality. You're just kind of projecting your assumptions onto them. But you don't have to argue with them at all. You know what you have to do? You have to enjoy Thanksgiving, okay? Have a good meal. Make sure to don't let your mom wash all the dishes, okay? Even if she insists, wash some of the dishes with her, Say like, hey, you can take a break. I'll handle this. Say like, I'll get the utensils at least. You know, like maybe she handles the plates, which are like, we all know plates, bowls, and cups are the hard part, right? But like the utensils, that's pretty easy. Yeah, you know, if you're feeling feisty and they've been soaking, you can wash like 2 or 3 utensils at a time. You know, you have like 3 butter knives that you kind of spread a little bit. You get the sponge and you're, and then you like, you know, give them the clean. Drinking glasses are always the worst. Oh yeah, for sure. Opposite, actually. Look at the diverse range of opinions that we have. You know, here in chat. Yeah, you have to jork off the butter knives to clean them. Vosh people own dishwashers. You want to hear something? Proletarian of me. Never used a dishwasher once in my entire life. Place where I've lived at years, never even opened mine. Probably gross in there. I don't know. I haven't opened it. I don't know if there's like a rat colony in there. Don't know, don't care. Wash the dishes by hand. Dishwashers save water. I hate the environment. I just don't trust them. I thought you did the vacuuming. I mean, I help with the dishes sometimes, you know. Anyway, I love you all very much. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Seriously, you know, in spite of everything, you know, you have to steal joy where you can. Sometimes in the form of a delicious lump of mashed potatoes and another delicious lump of stuffing, and then another delicious lump of pumpkin pie, and then another delicious lump of, well, you don't really lump turkey, but you want the turkey for sure. You know, get the gravy, get the cranberry sauce. You get me. You understand. You know where I'm at.